Hi and welcome to episode 24 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline.
And I am Andrew.
And we're coming to you today from our home in Fife in Scotland. If you're in, if you're welcome. If you're returning, if you're welcome back. It's great to have you here. You can find detailed show notes on the Arya Bark website, which is aryabark.co.uk. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra.
I am Plumberboy21 on Ravelry. Yes, I am. Not that I'd know it, because I'm very rarely on it. I need to get more on it.
You need to get more on it. We have a Ravelry group, which is Arya Bark Designs. We also have a group on the website if you're unable to use Ravelry but would like to take part in the make-alongs and general chat. And you can find that if you have already signed up, you just sign in. If you would like to sign up, it is free to do so. And you can do that by going to the community tab, then groups. We ask for some details just so we can verify that you're a crafter and all at all, and you get a confirmation saying you sign up, then you just log in. We have an Instagram page which is Arya Bark Designs. He's Plumberboy21 on Instagram. Know that he uses that either. And we have a Facebook page which is Arya Bark Designs, and we have a coffee page which is Arya Bark Designs. There is a theme.
I just thought we were sitting in silence.
No, we weren't sitting in silence. I was waiting on you to do the next part, Andrew.
We are currently running 2 make-alongs. The first of which is the New Things Make-along, hashtag New Things Make-along 2021. You must be a member of either the Ravelry or the private group on the website for your entry to count. Physical prizes will be drawn quarterly. The next one is on the 27th of June. And physical prizes for the FO thread. The winner will be drawn by random number generator. Mr. Bark and myself will choose an entry each month from the chatter thread, and the winner will receive a partner of their choice up to the value of £10. Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. Enter as many projects as you like. If you can show how it's new to you, as a brain freezer. Examples include but are not limited to new yarn brand or colourway, stitch, pattern or designer, new technique or construction. The second make along is the hashtag ABD StashSmash 2021. Again, you must be a member of either the Ravelry or the private group on the website for your entry to count. And again, physical prizes will be drawn quarterly on the 27th of June.
Too much reading first thing in the morning for you, Andrew.
Yes. Physical prizes again for the FO thread. The winner for that will be drawn by random number generator. And then again, Mr. Bark and myself will choose an entry each month from the chatter thread, and the winner will receive a partner of their choice, again up to the value of £10. There's a theme. We like themes. Because whips are allowed and multiple dipping again is encouraged. If it can be measured in metres, it can be entered. So knitting, crocheting as in crochet, weaving, spinning and cross stitch if you can measure it in metres. Goals are at your own discretion. You can increase or decrease whenever you like. Each person entering, thank you Darren, will have one FO thread that all posts will be locked in.
Make sure when you're putting your entries in the FO thread that you also put them in the chatter thread as well. That way it doubles your chances of winning a prize. This week we have going out, StashSmash, whips, UFOs and lined up. This week's podcast is mostly knitting, and timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. as you can probably tell, I'm wearing my finished object. It is the Pure Comfort cardigan by Andrea Yetman. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. Links will all be in the show notes. It is amazing.
This is the second ever wearing it.
I don't take it off.
I'm pretty sure she sleeps in it.
I didn't sleep in it, I had to take it off. Hot flushes and all that, but never mind. This, I can take that out now. This is where I was last week. I have finished the rest of the fisherman's rib. I can take that out before I forget.
Were you walking about with that?
Yes, I was. It's not well, it was on the outside, but I moved it into the inside. And yes, I did go and get my car MOT'd with a stitch marker in it. I have fixed my pockets. I can now get my hand in my pocket. Unlike the other week when on Zoom I was all impressed with myself that I'd finished the pockets, then started complaining that I couldn't get my hand in my pocket. What was the point of putting it in? Then I realised that I'd read the instructions wrong, and where I thought it said do the pockets 5 centimetres, it actually said do them 5 inches.
That's just a family thing, because I was about to do my star stitch cushion to 36 inches and not centimetres.
So it is done. It is the perfect length. I have made no modifications whatsoever. I did think that I maybe lengthened it a bit, but I don't think I did. It's a perfect length. It's squishy. See this? I've got problems with my neck, so I like to keep my neck warm. It's like having a cushion at the back of your neck. It's so comfy. It is comfy and it is cosy, and I'm going to live in it. Am I sadistic enough to make another one?
Well, not another one of them, but you are making another cardigan.
No, I'm not making another cardigan.
Mine.
I have witnesses that I specifically asked you on Friday night.
Yes. And I forgot.
Yes, you forgot.
I will get you.
This is now 4 weeks of him forgetting.
I will get you a top once this is over.
It is done in King Co. Big Value Limited Edition DK. It is 100% recycled acrylic. It is shade number 4731, which is duck egg. You get 282 metres and 100 grams. I used 724 grams, which is 2069.9 metres. I am ecstatic. I used a 3mm on the body and the arms, and a 3mm for the cuffs and the fisherman's rib. It felt like years doing the rib, but it is squishy. It's really squishy. Now, is that everything? Free pattern. The link is found on Ravelry. It takes you to the yarn website and you can download it for there. They do ask for an email address though. That's the only thing, that's for an email address. So, I'm all comfy, I'm all cosy, I love it. I'm just going to sit here and sweat to death in it, because I am never taking it off. My goal for StashSmash was to craft 26,000 metres. Last week I had completed 10,752.64 metres. This is 2069.9 metres, which brings my total up to 12,822.54 metres. I am just a smidge off being halfway. However, I have brought in 19,000 metres. I'm about to bring in more. I got a wee bit spendy. I'm going to get even more spendy next Saturday. So that brings me to target 13,117.46 metres. We are in May. I am roughly halfway to my target. Do I see me getting it? Yes, I do. I have crocheted both normal crochet and Tunisian crochet 1,931.24 metres. I have knit 8,621.3 metres. I've still only spun 253 metres. And I have woven 2,017 metres. I'm waiting for the snide comment. For the Ravelry Project Challenge, I have chosen to make 28 projects in 2021. I am 19 projects in. I am 68% on my way to my target. I am ecstatic. Only got 9 more projects to make.
And my StashSmash is
Nothing.
Hence why it's not in.
Go back. How many? Actually, it's got that bad we cannot remember the last time Andrew finished anything.
Last time I finished something would have been the Unicowl.
Oh.
I am getting there though, as you will find out in the next bit. My first whip is in my bag from Jen. Is my Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart that I've stopped in the middle of a row, but it is getting there. It is.
Where were you last week?
I was there last week, so I have put a fair bit on. Not as much as I'd like, but as I'm finding, the more out this way it gets, the less I do that way.
Yep.
But I'm still liking it. It's something I can sit and watch telly and just keep going.
Have you got your bob bands?
No. Cause I don't know where they are. But it is in the So Crafty Rainbow Yarn, Arya, which is an Aran, and it has, this is the pageant. And the next one,
that's Savannah.
It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. You get roughly 350 metres and 200 grams. The pattern is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, and I'm using 6mm, double check, I'm sure it is.
You double checked last week.
6mm higher sharps.
And you're liking it?
Yes. And so does my cat.
Just try to sit on it.
Yes, she sat on it during the knitting natter, and I couldn't knit anymore.
My first project. Now, I would like to thank Heather and Tom for helping with the pronunciation of this pattern. I'm feeling all small. Oh, you did not just pull stitches off. Yes, I did. I too have finished in the middle of a row. This is the Can you remember?
I'm sure it was Natter.
Natter.
Maybe Natter. I think it is Natter.
I'm going to say Natter. I will double check.
Was confident going into it, not so confident now.
I have said this. I said this 3 times yesterday just to get it in my head, and now I'm having a moment. I'm sure it's Natter, and it's by Albina McLaughlin, who is LB Hand Knits on Instagram. I'm obsessed. Do you have a look at her Instagram?
No, I've not been on Instagram.
This is the front. I'm in the middle of a row, as always. Now, I had a bit of a disaster with this on
Friday.
I'd finished this and I finished the pockets on Friday morning. That's what happened. I'd done something in the previous row, and because I was being lazy, I decided not to bother just knitting it back to where I'd made the mistake. I decided to drop the stitches and fix it, and I dropped a whole load of other stitches and just made a mess. I just ripped it out and started again because I couldn't remember what row I was on, so ripped it out, started it again. So this has been restarted. I am loving the pattern. It's amazing. See, once it's blocked, it is going to look amazing. The pattern's really well written, really easy to understand. It's a 13 stitch lace pattern. So this wee bit here is 13 stitches. Let's see if I can. That's going to look awesome. I am using. I feel totally disjointed. I am using West Yorkshire Spinners Air Valley Essentials DK in the colour number 365. It's 365, which is the Blueberry Bonbon. It's a 75% wool, 25% nylon. You get 230 metres and 100 grams. I'm loving it. I am using a 4.5 Knit Pro Zing. As I paid for pattern on Ravelry, I was very kindly gifted this from Heather. I love it. I'm allergic to the wool. I don't care. What are you laughing at?
The fact that you're allergic to the wool.
I don't care, I'm allergic to my whatever sweater as well, and I wore that to go get my jag.
Is that literally what it's called, whatever?
It's called whatever.
Right, or you're just like, whatever it's called, that sweater.
That's what the designer called it, therefore I'm calling it my whatever sweater. Love that jumper. I'm very allergic to it. Is there anything else? Don't think so. Nope, said that. I've made no modifications to it whatsoever. I'm thoroughly enjoying knitting on this. I'm just going to keep working away on it. With any luck, I'm going to be finished it by next week. It is it's one of the patterns where you can just sit and knit it, and very occasionally do you have to concentrate on what you're doing. So I'm just going to keep working away, and fingers crossed it's going to be done for next week.
My next project and my bag from Raylene is my Star Stitch cushion, which is that me?
Yes, that's you. It's only you that winds your projects up like that, Andrew. Who are you going to blame?
Don't actually think I've put any progress keepers in this. Well done, me. So again, this is just another Star Stitch cushion, because I've made the first one and I've got enough to make another one, so why not make them? Why not just make two? This is in the So Crafty baby yarn, chunky, and this is the colour Dove.
It's a chunky.
You're a chunky.
So is chunky.
I'm super chunky.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Can you turn your head slightly like that?
No,
What is going on with your hair?
my hair's no one. It's decided to strike. It is 100% polyester, and you get roughly 95 meters. What?
Oh, what was his name?
What a dog!
There's a dog in a cartoon that.
It is 100% polyester. You get roughly 95 meters and 100 grams, and I am using 8mm higher steels, and it's not on Ravelry.
The pattern's on the back of a ball band, of which he cannot find, and I'm not giving him the ball band of mine. Actually, I might give you one of my ball bands.
I know where they are. They're on my room. I just keep forgetting.
Scattered on the floor.
No, they're up on the side of they're on my shelf, bedside shelf. I just forgot to put them back in my bag.
Is that everything?
Yes.
Now, Krabby here is going to start going, you said you were going to do my cardigan next. Well, tough. I've started the top.
Oh, like an actual top.
An actual top. I am doing, I'll stick a picture in because that's what I've done. I'll stick a picture in. This is the, does that look like rivage to you?
That's
Rivage.
Rivage top, rivage.
Rivage. Whatever. Top, it is pattern number 199-23. It is by Drops Design. At the moment, I'm not planning on making any modifications. That could change once I get to the bottom. This is literally all I've done.
Is that the neck?
That's my neck, and it fits me because I tried it on.
Alright, I wasn't wanting to be mean, but I was like, I kind of thought you were starting at the bottom, working your way up, and I was going to go, who's that top for?
You trying to insinuate I'm fat?
No, I'm just trying to insinuate I don't think there's any adult that would fit in that.
You've just pulled one of my stitches off, you absolute moron!
I feel we're the one off, sorry.
You are a colossal fud.
Sorry. But as I was saying, I don't think there's anybody to fit in that top. Maybe your sister. It's tiny. But that's your neck.
Luke could pop.
Aye, but she's not an adult.
Could you not pull my stitches out next time?
I'll try.
It's no that. It does fit over my head. Well, it won't fit over my head now because I've pulled the stitches out, but it does actually fit over my head. So let's
Just
try it.
Make a sweatband.
I am. There's a sleeve. There's the other sleeve. That's the back and that's the front. It has got detailing on the sleeve. There may possibly be modifications because it sits just at the top of your hip. As you know, I like things to cover my bum. I might lengthen it a wee bit. I am using Drops Saffron, which is 100% cotton, in the colour number 5, which is light blue purple. Looks very purple to me, but I'm colourblind, so who knows. I am using a 2.5 for the neckband. You also do it for the sleeve band and the bottom band, and a 3mm high sharp. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. We will link to the Drops website if you're interested in looking at the pattern. I've done a tiny wee bit, and it's like stung it with some yarn over increases, so not much to say about that. What I would say, Drops patterns aren't really, I wouldn't say they weren't well written. They don't expand on a lot. They expect you to know how to do the stuff that's in the pattern. My face is on fire. Oh, I really shouldn't have put that up to my face. I know my face is burning. Look, I'm going red. It literally, like, it will say, like, for the sleeves, just say it's like 23 stitches. It's like knit 23 stitches for the sleeve, knit X amount for the body, and it is literally written like that. You do literally have to sit. You do have to sit and go, right, that's what it says. Do that, then move on to the next part. I quite like Drops patterns. They can be somewhat confusing because they don't know what lines are. Personally, I like to have sections. Actually, it comes back to the outer top. Albina will have like them in sections, so you can just tick off what you've done. This just constantly runs. It's just a whole chunk of writing. But if you work your way through it, sorry, it's top. I've got loads of Drops cotton of various descriptions in my stash. I am wanting to make tops for the summer. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it.
The wool is 100% cotton, and
I
you're
said
roughly...
that.
No, you didn't. Because you got to what it was, and then just tangent about the stuff.
I did, because I said it was like blue purple, so shake your face.
Yeah, but you didn't say it was 100% cotton.
I did. When I dropped it up, when I put the label up, I said it's Drops Saffron and it's 100% cotton. So shut up. Open these up, mate.
Aye, but you didn't say...
You get 160 metres in a 50 gram ball.
There we go.
Pot, kettle and black is
Only
all I'm
because
going to
every
say,
time I tried...
because every week for you started, I've had to say what the yarn brand is, how much it contains, and how much it weighs. So, pot, kettle, black.
Because I like to see how I like the pattern, then I go down onto that. But you didn't give me time to.
So that is that. I'm just going to keep working on it. I don't envision that it's going to be that difficult because it's just a plain stockinette front, wee bit of detail on the sleeves. Later on and tomorrow I'll probably get the sleeves done. Then I can just work on the body, and I may possibly have, when I meet up with Jane, wear my top and my cardigan. I'll be set. Now you may converse.
My next whip, which, don't die a shot, but I've got another whip,
Andrew's got more than... Actually, that's 3!
And people, in my fox bag, it is
Crafty Craig Creations.
the Rafa's hat. We've started back on
What he's forgetting to mention, right? What he's actually forgetting to mention is that Andrew was bribed. What did your mother have to bribe you with?
Universe bins. So this is Rafa's hat by Hoki Locatelli. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. I've made no modifications, and it is in Knitting Essentials charcoal. I don't think I've got a ball band. Yes, I do.
Look at you!
Got a ball band.
And it's a tatty one as well. These are so privileged to have the tatty ball band. Knitting Essentials, possibly from Poundland.
Possibly.
It's mine, I can't remember. It's in charcoal. You get 150 metres and 50 grams.
I am using a 3.75mm high sharp. I don't have much to go. I've got a few more rows, well, not a few more, probably about
10 more rows.
So 10 more rows, then I do a row of knitting and a row of purling. Then it's on the decrease for the top, or the crown.
Crown.
And again, I stopped in the middle of the row.
It's a hat. It has to be in the middle of the row.
Oh no, because that's the start of the round.
Aye, but if you started in... Think about it. You would have to... There's no way you could stop that.
Oh yeah, good point.
Because you're doing it in the round.
Aye, but...
So it would have to be in the middle of the row.
Aye, but this would technically be the start of the round. So I've stopped it in the middle of the round. I'm liking it now I've picked it back up. I'm just finding the crown because I didn't...
It's not the crown at all. Now you picked that up last Tuesday?
Yes.
Mum, I've done something wrong. Can you fix it? So I had to unknit it all. Took it back, done the first round, gave it back to him. On Thursday, Mum, I've done something wrong.
What have I done?
Can you fix it? So I then unpicked everything, done it again, and he was told this time, if you muck it up, you can unpick it yourself.
The first time I didn't properly read the pattern. I just started to back up and I was like, must be on doing the crown. So I started doing the crown. Then I looked at the pattern and realised I had another section to do. You do the first section, then it's repeat twice. I did it once, so the hat wasn't going to fit. So I fixed it.
Then after I fixed it, he brought it back like, this isn't lining up, and it's like, of course it wouldn't line up, Andrew, because what Andrew was doing was the pattern's a knit purl pattern. Instead of purling, Andrew was slipping the stitch. He wasn't purling it, he was just slipping it. And he's like, well, I don't know how to purl properly. Now, obviously, he's already got like 2 sections full of purls, and Andrew decides, I can't remember how to purl anymore, so I'm just going to make it up as I go along.
I think it was because on the habitation throw, you don't purl with them, you slip. It's like knit,
you slip it in the
knit.
Aye.
So I was getting used to just knit, slip, knit, and I thought I was purling, but my hands decided, nah, it's just got to be a slip. So.
Don't make me check your work. I have come to a decision. Ryan's Slip-It Socks. I am coming very, very, very close to just ripping them out. I'd started doing it on Friday on the Zoom knitting natter and realised that, one, I didn't know where I was. Normal people would look at it and go, right, where am I? I was like, don't know where I am, just going to start knitting on it. Then I noticed when I'm doing them two at a time, so I went to do the other sock and I was like, oh, there's something not right with that sock. Made a mistake. So I'm going to have to put it back and fix it. It's socks. It shouldn't take that much concentration for a pair of socks. Modifications, I am doing them toe up instead of cuff down. I'm using Attic spin dye in the premium sock in the rainbow colourway. Still love the yarn, but I don't know if I'm going to have to rip it all back out or whether I'm going to put my big girl pants on and just fix it. Ryan socks. Oh, the rainbow is a 70% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 425 metres and 100 grams. And I'm using a 2.25 higher sharp with a 32 inch cord. Still working away on the Count and Sheep blanket by Hannon. Oh, for goodness sake. For Lisa, by I'm still working away on the Count and Sheep blanket by Lisa Hannon Fox. I'm making no modifications. The Chinese miter blanket, I'm still working away on that. Well, actually, I'm not working away on anything. I've not worked on any of these for about a week because I've been too busy trying to get this finished. The Trinity wrap, I'm planning on getting that started back up once I've finished the Nialta and the baby yarn woven blanket is still hanging on the wall, no touch since I worked it. Don't look at me with that judgy face.
You said that you could finish it in like a day if you started it.
I never said I would finish in a day. I could probably finish a good bit of it. I just have other things I want to work on at the moment. So, as previously discussed, Krabby Pants didn't give me a t-shirt to measure, so his cardigan has not yet been started. On Saturday I meet up with Jane and I'll be buying the yarn for the Pebbles cardigan by AK Laurie Designs.
So you are sadistic then, because not only are you doing my cardigan, but you're also starting up another cardigan.
But it's a Tunisian cardigan, so it's easy.
Oh, they're both Tunisian?
No, yours is knit. Laurie's cardigan's a Tunisian cardigan. I'll just need to remember and put it in my phone how much yarn I'm using. That is everything that I'm working on at the moment. I have a thumping sore head.
I've got that.
Meeting up with Jane on Saturday, so we're being posh.
You're being posh.
Yes. We're meeting up for lunch. And I wanted to go posh because the place we're going does afternoon teas.
Ooh, afternoon teas.
Do afternoon teas. So they do small cakes.
Small
cakes and small sandwiches. So
small aperitifs.
I decided to going there because I want to be posh. And we're going to have mocktails and everything.
Oh, mocktails.
Well, we could have had a proper cocktail, but we decided that would not be a good idea. Considering...
Why are they doing proper cocktails in the afternoon?
Only for lunch.
Only in Scotland, eh? There you go. Here's some alcohol at like 12 in the afternoon.
The next one up, you got a bottle of rosé. So you got actual proper alcohol, and it's like, dude, I don't need to be any dafter than already am.
Cocktails can be a bit more alcohol than actual things. Depending on
you get a cocktail teapot.
Oh, a cocktail teapot.
And I was like, I'm not being funny, but what's a cocktail teapot?
A lot of cocktails actually use tea. There's a few cocktails that use tea. Most of them have gin in them though.
Well, I asked her, the cocktail teapot, does that contain alcohol? Because like that's a no-go. And she's like, no, we can make them mocktails if you're needing to.
I like that.
On it! Book 2! Thanks! See you Saturday. We were there with bells on.
It's like, we can make them mocktails. How do you do that? We just make it actual tea. We'll actually just pour hot water in that.
Which is key. Well, no, because the first one was like scones. That's the starter one, you get scones. And I was like, nah, I'm wanting like food. And the next one, you get sandwiches and scones. And I was like, eh. Then I read the next one, and it was like, you get pastry.
Ooh.
Savoury pastries, sandwiches, and tiny little cakes.
Tiny little cakes.
And the next one up's the one that's just for your drink. They're just flinging drink at you left, right, and centre. Oh, actually, no, you get tea. You get, well, all of them you get like tea or coffee. And the one that we went for had a selection of teas, and I was like, that would be nicely.
And the next one's up, no pastry, no cakes, no sandwiches, and it's just
a
drink.
whole lot of drink.
There you go.
No, the next one up, you get the pastry, the sandwiches, the tiny cakes, and shots of soup or something, but a whole load of alcohol. And I was like,
when they're adding soup to it. Shots of soup.
Shots of soup.
It's like, woo! Woo! That was a nice tomato soup.
Woo!
So is this a bar or something that started to do afternoon tea then? Because it sounds like it.
I don't know if they've been before Jane's been.
You need to tell me, because this literally sounds like a bar, and the Canadians should have went, right, because of lockdown, we're going to do afternoon tea, hence why it's all shots.
They've got two different restaurants in the place. I think it's like, kind of what picture Mindy. See the garden centre as you're coming out of Kirkcaldy?
Yes.
And it's got the wee cafe building out of the back.
No, because I only see the front of it.
Well, there's a wee cafe building near the back. It's a bit like that, except they've got like a main cafe when you go in the place, and then you've got this, I can't even remember what it's called. It's all French, posh.
French and posh in Scotland.
French and posh in Scotland. There you go. It comes. So we're going there on Saturday. It's going to be fun. Car passed its MOT. I'm so happy.
Ryan's car passed its MOT.
My car has. Well, technically, if you've done it on who uses the car, then makes the car's mine.
And well, technically the wee one would...
Legally, the car's his. Because it's in his name. The car passed its MOT. They've went all fancy taking pictures of your car. It's just random.
No, it's for so folk can't be like, oh, they've wiped out my wing mirror, and it's like, nah, it was already hanging off.
We've been using that place for about 20 years.
Aye, but they've been independent for 20 years. They're becoming part of Halfords. It's all different. Because it wouldn't fall back on them, it'd fall back on Halfords. Because if you look, it's no McConaughey's anymore, it's Halford's McConaughey's.
Well, actually no, it's not, because on the receipt it says McConaughey's, and I will forever call it McConaughey's because it's McConaughey's. The only good thing about Halford's buying them out is, instead of going up to the retail park to get my screen wash, I can just nip into McConaughey's, have a chat with Gillian and buy screen wash over there.
And then if you actually need stuff fitted to the car, you can do it with folk that actually know how to do it.
Was it my car? It wasn't my car that got... No, it was Ryan's car.
No, it was Ryan's car.
We had, a while back, obviously one of the bulbs had went in the car, and we took it to Halfords to get fixed. Now, was it when it went in for an MOT?
No.
I can't remember what had happened, but the car had to go to the garage, and the guy who does the MOT, it must have been in for its MOT because it was Duncan that had said about it, and he's like, that the bulb hadn't been put in right. He says, you're lucky. He says, because it's not the first time we've saw where it'll heat up and actually melt right through, and you're looking at a brand new
light fixing thing.
Entire headlamp. Now, the headlamps for Ryan's car is about £375.
I don't know, it's a fancy box.
We were not happy at all. We had to run the car with its full beam on, with its full headlights on, for about 6 weeks.
Really?
Because whatever they'd done had allowed water to get in, and it completely fogged up one of the headlights, which it could have been, we could have got a fine for that. When we booked it, obviously because of COVID and stuff, you can't sit in the waiting room, and I'd phoned them up and I was like, well look, how long does the MOT take? Because Ryan had accidentally booked it on a day where he was working. I was like, so I'm going to have to sit and wait on the car. And it's like, it's going to take an hour and a half. Now, the MOT was done in 45 minutes. When we drove in, I can't remember his name either, was waiting. So Ryan says, well look, you're quite slow, I'll take it in, drop the keys off, say to Gillian we're going to just wait. Obviously the guy who took the keys and at this point had already started driving it into the garage, and Ryan's like, no, we're just going to wait. And they're like, oh, she's on crutches, we need to get her a seat. And I was like, no you don't, because I'm going to go sit in his van. Actually, the plan was I was going to nip into Subway and get a Subway, but we had lunch before we went. So they took pictures, and Ryan had went back in, and I'd forgotten that I'd said to Ryan, look, when you go in, go ask Gillian why were they taking pictures of the car, because that's seriously random. And he took ages, and I'm sitting in Ryan's van going, oh, the car's failed its MOT. The car has failed its MOT. I was absolutely raging because we have literally just paid the car off. And I was like, the car's going to have failed its MOT, it's going to be huge, we're not going to be able to meet up with Jane, I'm not going to be happy. And come back out, and obviously I had this mask on, trembling now. And I was like, oh, it's going to be dear, it's going to be really bad, and I'm going to get the blame because I'm the one that's driving about in his car. And he's like, he passed, and I was like, why did you take so long? And he's like, well, you're the one that asked me to ask Gillian about why they're taking pictures. But it turns out it's for insurance, and it is basically just checked to make sure that they don't damage your car. And it was like, it's been coming all these years and they've never damaged the car. And I have took the car to the garage for stupid reasons. Mine when my sat nav was broke.
What do you mean?
I had them change the fuse in my car because I thought one of the fuses had went because the sat nav was broken. It wasn't, it was the cable.
Was it Halfords that broke the actual blade for it, and then we had to put it on with
Yes.
zip ties?
They actually broke the complete arm in my windscreen wiper. Because my windscreen wipers, there's a clip that clips onto the blade. They completely snapped that off, so I had to get an entire new arm. They done something to the back as well, did they not? No, they broke my aerial in the back. I just bought a new aerial and they broke it.
That's when you used to hear wee Bumblebee on it.
I used to have my wee Bumblebee on it. They broke it. So that is everything. I am going to order something for my breakfast because I'm hungry.
She's been posh. Ordering stuff for your breakfast. Ooh.
Well, I can't make anything for my breakfast, can I? Because I've no cooker. And I want a fried breakfast. So I'm going to order it from the place that I got my waffle from. So that is everything. I'm going to go. I'm going to make another cup of tea. I'm going to order something because I've got it. I am going to stop havering on
because this podcast is getting longer and longer.
Do you want to cut everything out? It'll be like 25 minutes. Well, it'll probably not be 25 minutes, but something.
No, 40, 50.
So that's everything. We hope you have a lovely week, and we'll see you back here again next week.